Hi all, welcome back. More Fields of Fire. This is the Normandy campaign, mission 2. I keep forgetting the name of this one. Cerisy offensive, that's it. This is my part 6. Just copied part 5 across, so it's still the same night. So I'm still having a drink. So it could get worse. One more part at the most, I think, if I get that far. Ask the question about the counter-attack thing. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we're just moving on to the enemy higher HQ event phase. That was it, right. Because I figured, we were at 50 minutes there, and I figured there's probably a bit to do here, so there is quite a few enemies out there. So let's check for higher enemy HQ event first. Ooh, yeah, that would be nasty. You go back to back, something like that. I mean, imagine getting another counter attack right there. I guess that's happened to people, eh? I've not had that before. I want to say any time I played the game, I've only ever had one counter attack. Maybe there was once. Maybe. There might have been once where I had a couple in the game, but you hear stories of that happening. Right, so enemy activity check. Right. Enemies firing at cards without a valid target. Now that's worth a look here. The 1-3 platoon opened up anyway. Enemies firing at cards without valid target. Shift ceasefire. There's none of that. Check every enemy unit on the map for activity. Determine card order randomly. Each card check units based on their status. On the activity check, hierarchy table. Right. So how many... Maybe we've not got as many as I thought. We've got a squad there. That's us, isn't it? Yeah. And we've got an artillery... Yeah, to be honest, we've done pretty well out the counter-attack, didn't we? It could have been a lot worse. We've got an artillery spotter there. And we've got a light machine gun, heavy machine gun. No, that's a squad as well with automatic weapons. That's a squad with small arms. That's it, isn't it? So we've only got 3 enemies. And I was talking before about the fact this is an artillery spotter. And the last time we had one of these, I just took it off the map. At the beginning of this check. Well, like I've just talked about previously, well, that was in the last part, the fact this guy could get activity to switch fire, but while this is here, he'll not switch fire. So that could be relevant on when this guy goes away. So I think we have to randomise between these 3, and I never thought about it before. Nothing's been mentioned to me before about it, so I don't know if maybe it didn't matter at the times that I've done it, but I think I need to randomise to see. Now, if it turns out I'm doing this guy first, he just goes off the map. Well, we can look up the spotter rules. Well, no, I can tell you right now because I've read that a few times, and it says... Remove good order spotters who have expended all their available fire missions in the next enemy activity phase. So, like I say, we're in the enemy activity phase, but we've got to randomise to see which one does his thing first. And I think I maybe wrongly just removed that right away, because here it could make a difference. Right, so this is a 1, this is a 2, this is a 3. Is that all we had? We just had 3, really. We must have got pretty lucky then, because there was about 7 or 8 checks, wasn't there? Or we got rid of something? No, I don't think so. I don't know. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Out of a 3, it is 3. So that's the automatic weapons squad here. It's a 3-step squad, mind, over there. So he's the first one to deal with. Now remember, we are now looking at the enemy offensive activity check hierarchy, and I'm just double checking that. Made with assault tactics for the next 3 turns. So assault tactics for that guy. Let's have a look. Actually, before we have a look, let's see what he's doing. He's undercover. He's trading fire. He's getting fired up from a different direction just to get things. I've not looked at these ones, to be honest, because I dare say I've used them before in the past, but we've not used them in any of the missions up to now. So he's trading fire there, and he's getting attacked there. He's under crossfire. Well, he's going to be under an incoming marker, but I don't think he considers that one. So as far as I'm aware, this is what we do. There's the assault. This is the enemy offensive activity check hierarchy, and it just says check the assault column. Well, that's only one that has assault. There's no defensive. It does say that you stay. It says the sequence of play for the mission is still that of an offensive mission, but the activity checks are made with assault tactics for the next 3 turns. So that can only be here, right? So is the unit on the same card as an opposing unit and not undercover? No. Is he on the same card as opposing unit and undercover? No. Is he an A with an arrow, G or H VOF? He's not. He's got automatic weapons, but he's not got the tripod machine gun. He's not got the A with the arrow. So no. Is he that? No. All other situations. Oh well, that was pretty straightforward. So right down to here, and we're on assault. So it's a 1 to 4. Okay. So on a 1 to 4, we get a 1. Yeah, we rolled a d4, we got a 1. It's no action. Right, okay. Well, what else was he going to do? Infiltrate towards closest opposing unit. Ooh. Okay, so he's like going to move on the card, eh? He was like going to move right on top of us, or advance straight ahead, which is probably something similar. It gives you examples there. Well, the infiltrate bit is, where's the infiltrate? Yeah, attempt to infiltrate if possible. If not, play as advance straight ahead, and then advance straight ahead. Move the unit 1 card towards the player's MLR or staging area. I don't know, main line of resistance maybe, but we've got a staging area. We've not got that. Or point of entry to the map, such as LZ, that landing zone. If drawn and roll 1, overrun tactics, move off map, assault tactics, move towards player units. If drawn and roll 1. Okay. Right, well, none of that's applying anyway. We're having no action, but I just guess I was just looking ahead there to see what we might be doing. So he's doing nothing then, which is fine by us, to be honest, because I wasn't so concerned about him, because he's about to get a big explosion in his foxholes, if you like. So we've got 2 more to go, and again I need to randomise. I'm going to start doing that now in future, and probably should have been doing that. I never thought about it. So between a 1 and a 2, we get a 2. So there you go. This time, this is going to act, and we know we've already read it out. If he's in good order and he's no fire missions left, he's out of here. So his foxhole stay put, and he goes away. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, I've got the page still open. Remove good order spotters who have expended all their available fire missions in the next enemy activity check. Right. And then this guy can now act. Yeah, well, I don't need to roll anything. So he's going to be under the assault conditions too. Yeah, he's going to do the same, isn't he? Because none of them, there's not an awful lot of them. And he's not an A or an H VOF. He's not got anybody on his card. He's not an A or G or H VOF. So it's going to be a 1 to 4 there. And yeah, let's see if we can get something different this time. So on a 4, we've got a 2. Yeah. So a 2 this time on the assault is the middle one. So infiltrate towards closest opposing unit. Right, and then just checking there, infiltrate. It says attempt to infiltrate if possible. If not, play as advance straight ahead. So infiltrate, what is it? Towards closest opposing unit. Yeah, he can do this. He can do this. At least I think he can. So there's his closest opposing unit, which is this assault team. He's the one that he's firing at. So he's going to infiltrate or attempt to infiltrate onto this card. There's a fire on both the cards, so you can do it either way. What happens to the concentrate fire? That can't go well. He must just drop that off. So the attempt to infiltrate. Well, my guess is he's going to move to this card. If he succeeds at the infiltrate, he will not become exposed. If he does not succeed, he's going to become exposed. That's what infiltrate does. It's not going to start making up new rules for that action, so... Or if it did, it would tell me. The only thing it does say there that attempt to infiltrate if possible, it is possible. And what I think that means is if he was firing further away and he didn't have a unit adjacent, he didn't have an enemy that was just adjacent to infiltrate towards, then he would just do the advance straight ahead action, which is something similar, but he can infiltrate onto that. Hey, wait a minute. He could go that way. He could. He's got 2 options. That could just be meaning that it's a randomised thing then. Attempt to infiltrate if possible. Infiltrate towards closest opposing unit. Closest opposing... Well, yeah, they are both opposing units. I mean, this one's not firing at him, this one's not firing... Even though the fact that he's firing at him, I think this is going to be a randomised thing. I think so. Because they're just as close. What was the word thing? Towards closest opposing unit. I'm just going to have a little bit of a look. Right, yeah, I'm not going to look anymore. I looked a little bit, but to be honest, yeah, it's getting late. And as I came back there, I thought, well, maybe I can't attempt to infiltrate here because he's not got a VOF. But remember, infiltrate can come from a card with a VOF or onto a card with a VOF. So it can actually do it on both of these. So just going to take a chance here and randomise between the two. Yeah, I think there would probably be some added information in there if we had to decide it a different way. I could be wrong, but we'll go for that. So I'm going to say this is a 1 and this is a 2 because he can infiltrate towards either one. So a 1 and a 2, right? And we're getting a 1, so it's going that way. But well, I think it's right. I think you've got to decide between the two. They're both as close, Grant. So yeah, okay. So he's going to attempt to infiltrate into the woods here. From there into the woods, attempt to infiltrate. His wine quality. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to draw 2 cards for him to see if he gets the silhouettes. And if not, he'll be marked exposed. Yeah, you good, Grant? Yeah, sort of. Okay. Right, that's a no. Oh, that's a yes. Damn it. Okay. So he succeeds at infiltrating. So no exposed marker. Whereas we are exposed. Right, so what else happens here then? Well, he's not firing that way anymore. We are still firing with VOF. The concentrate fire. Yeah, my guess is that just fizzles out. You know what? I could start looking up things like that, but come on, Grant. If he moves, does he take it with him? I don't think so. I suppose it's possible. I don't think so. Jesus. Right. I do love this game, but there's a lot. There's a lot, isn't there? You can't keep it all in. Concentrate fire. I get the feeling it's not really going to tell me here. Concentrate fire markers removed if line of sight is subsequently lost due to smoke or incoming. You know what? I take it all back. I think that might well be telling me. I've not read it all yet. Take it all back. Well, I'll take it all back in a second. The concentrated fire marker is removed if line of sight is subsequently lost due to smoke or incoming, if the unit shifts or ceases fire, or if the target moves away to another card or undercover. I take it all back. Yeah. Well done, guys. It's right there in the rules. You just need to look in the rule book, Grant. It's right there. There's just 90 odd pages of them. But I'm enjoying looking through it. It's well done. So that's going to come away then. So that was great. We're still firing on that card. Now he's not. Yeah, that was his fire from there. So that's coming off. Right, now we're getting a fight down here. So we've got assault team. So undercover. He's not undercover. So he's hitting us with small arms. Where are we? There. Just put it above the unit, I think. And then we're hitting him with automatic weapons. So we're winning that. However, we're exposed and he's not. So there's that. And yeah, I like to have this. It shouldn't be there. It's not meant to be there, but it looks better and it keeps things, I don't know. Just sometimes it can get a bit hectic on the map, and looking at that right there, you know what's going on, don't you? And if that wasn't there, you might just be a bit confused. It brings your attention to it, I think. Okay, so that's all the enemy activity, isn't it? Hang on. No, because these... See, if this was a German section here, they would open up fire on this because they don't care if there's two. But for us, we do care, so we're not going to open up fire on that. That's right, yeah. So nothing changed there. The artillery observer spotter, he's went away, but the incoming still. Oh, actually, we can't see out that card yet, can we? Yeah, even if we could, we can't see out. So there you go. Right, I think that's all good, and that was right. That's the enemy activity check over, then, isn't it? Yeah, because this guy done nothing. We only had the 3. This guy done nothing. The artillery spotter went away. Left his foxholes. This guy infiltrated towards us because they're under a counter attack right now. Oh yeah, sorry. I got a reply back from Andrew again. Confirming that, yeah, it is the turn that the event starts, so that if you've got any enemies in play at the time, they would be following the, what was it again? Assault tactics. So it was as I thought, but just it could have been an extra turn, and then I miss it, and then I'm feeling bad because I've done my, I've cheated a bit, but it's not. It's right. He was asking me also if it was in the Normandy book, and it isn't. It's just in the rule book, and I was just telling him that I can read things in different ways quite a lot, so that's why maybe I asked the question. But yeah, sorry if some of my questions are a bit that way, but because I want to get all the rules right, I'm going to stumble across things that are a bit dumb, and you're going to probably think to yourself, well, it's written right there, Grant, but you maybe don't want to say that, but that's fine. I know I'm going to come across bits like that, but again, it's a 90 plus page rule book. The threads on the forums and that's there's thousands of them, so it's difficult to search through that at times as well. But hopefully as things move along, and the thing is, Andrew, that's a good thing. What you need to start maybe doing is introducing, and well, maybe I should have done this myself, but I don't know if you'll be subscribed to the other the deluxe version as well. What you need to do is, but then again, are you going to get flooded with the same old questions? Probably, yeah. I'm just thinking maybe you need the deluxe version, and the questions to be asked in that threads in there, rather than the forum in there, rather than the normal Fields of Fire. But then folk are going to be looking between the two. I've done it myself. I've been looking in there because there are some questions being asked in there, but yeah, I suppose it's tricky that, but I'll let you work that one out. But I suppose if you feel like I should be asking the questions in that forum, then let me know. Because maybe that's true. Well, you probably would have said by now. Unless, of course, the questions they're all relevant to the normal game, aren't they? That's a problem. It just means that there's just more and more and more threads stretching out there, and it's like difficult to go looking for the answer, isn't it? Okay, so enemy activity done. Capture segment. There's none of that. Retreat. No, we've got this pinned, but he's under a VOF anyway. Pinned water team here. I think he only retreats if he's got a casualty. Plus a casualty, it says. Yeah. And I think if I look that up, it's got to be having a casualty with him, I think. But anyway, okay. So none of that. No combat, AT combat and vehicle movement phase. Right, fire mission update segment. Remove existing incoming and airstrike VOF markers. So that's the first step. So the first step is that comes off. Now this can now see out the card, but like I've said, yeah, I'm pretty sure that it doesn't open fire on this because there's a friendly there. Even though there's an enemy, there's a friendly there. And there's only one more enemy on the map, and he's over here. So nothing else is going to happen there. No. And then we flip pending markers to their active sides. Well, that's going to happen as well. We have got a pending fire mission over here. It's going to flip to incoming. And then when that happens, this white machine gun... No, he's a squad with automatic weapons, yeah. Cannot see out this card, so he cannot fire down here. So we switch this to... Oops. We switch this to just us firing at him, and we take off his automatic weapons. And, yes. Yep. That's it. Okay. And then potential contact evaluation segment. Okay, here we go. Well, what's our, before we start, what is our activity? Is it still engaged? Oh, might be heavy. It will be. Will it? Yes, it will be. Because we've got this occupied card with VOF on it. See, this is not occupied, although it's got VOF. So this one's occupied with a VOF. This one's occupied and it's got VOF, and there's a friendly and an enemy on it. You know what? We're heavily engaged. That's good. And why are you feeling the need to check this again, Grant? Right, there is a bit of an 8 something, and then I was watching it today. Page 7, I want to say. Page 7's ringing a bell. Let me see if I've got that right. I say on the video, I say, remember page 7. It is, look. Although this one's not as... Is this the one that's got the mines bit? I don't think it is. This is just the glossary, innit? But it's good enough for us. It's just the other bit tells you about mines and whatever. So heavily engaged, 2 or more occupied cards are under VOF markers, and at least one, and it should... I'd like to see that written in there, and they might alter that, and at least one of those cards has both enemy and friendly units on it. So that's what we've got. We've got VOF on this card, we've got a VOF on this card, and both enemy and friendly units. So heavily engaged, so that's really good. Well, this is one of the potential contacts, and this is the other one. So there and there. So we've got a 1 and a 2. We need to randomise between them. Yeah. We get a 2. So it's this one here first. And at heavily engaged on a B, it's only a 2-card draw. So, okay. So 2-card draw, looking for contact. Here we go. No, okay. Heavily engaged, it's all about it. It shows you. So that comes off. And then we check the other one, same again, it's going to be a 2-card draw. 1, no, 2, no. So nothing there. I mean, only drew 4 cards. And we've seen how before that the contact is not as... There's certainly not as many as you would maybe think on the cards, so it's not as common a result. Okay, so no contact, nothing doing. Our activity level still stays the same though. And now we are pinned recovery segment. Yeah, that's going to happen because I remember I left this guy. He's pinned but not under VOF, so that comes off. I don't think anybody else is pinned. No. Right, so now into combat. So, what have we got hitting us? We've just got this guy hitting us, haven't we? Yep. So let's check our guy first, and then we'll check that guy, and then there's also this guy across there for them. But for us, we are, well, that's where we're at, on the same card. So we still get the +2 for that. They're firing with +0. So +2, we get +1 for the cover, that's +3, and a -2. So we're at a +1. Yeah, we're at a +1, so let's draw a card for that. +1's a miss. Yes, +1 is a miss. So nothing doing to us. We weren't pinned, so we don't take the marker off. That's fine. And then we've got 2, because this guy moved up. Well, that's the guy that moved away. So we're firing into here, but nothing's happening. We've got 2 German units to check. So we'll check this one first. So he gets a +2 as well. And he's getting a -1 for automatic weapons. So he's at a +1 as well. So on a +1, he's hit. He takes a hit. So he's line quality. Let's see what we get. PP. So paralyzed, that'll do. We need the paralyzed team. Now hang on, it was PP. He's three steps, isn't he? He is. And it was PP, so it's paralyzed, and that's a brilliant result. Wow. We're cooking. So 2 paralyzed teams, and then we'll get a fire team for him. That's right, because he's completely broken down, isn't he? So that would be, if it would just hit him once, he would flip over, but we've hit him twice, so that goes away, and we need a fire team. Where are their fire teams? Are they in there as well? Right, hang on. Right, okay, found them eventually, and I had to search for one, because it has to be, this was a small arms squad, so the fire team has to be small arms. And I think the other, because there are some in there that are A's, so I think if it had been the other way about, it would have come in with an A. Would have got reduced to an A, with an A rating, yeah. So 2 paralyzed teams as well. You know what, I'm going to... Yeah. No, I shouldn't really do that, should I? I can get this happening, I think. So fire team, well, they're all pinned as well. Well, I can do that too. Yeah, what was the... No, that's all I was going to do, yeah. So we broke it down to a fire team and 2 paralyzed teams, and they're pinned because they were shot. So they're all pinned. Yes, and that's a squad that goes back in the cup. Okay, that was a really good result. Right, let's see if we can do even more then. So this guy, well, he's getting a bit of a beating, isn't he? So he's getting it's -5, isn't it? Isn't our artillery -5? Try to find everything, stuff scattered everywhere. Yeah, -5. And so that won't count, but the crossfire will. That's my belief. So it's a -6. He's getting plus... Oh, it's a -7 because he's got the... zoom in a little bit. He's got the -1 up there for the incoming. So 5, 6, 7. -7 plus 2 plus 3. So it's a full -4 he's getting. So he's getting the worst result. So here we go. On a -4, it is indeed a hit. He's line quality. He's 3 steps. It's a bad one. Well, it's a fire team. So yeah, he's going to break down. He's going to flip to that side. Now I need another fire team. Right, this time I'm assuming it must be one of the A-rated fire teams. Because there is some of them here, I think. Yeah, there we go. So there's an A-rated fire team, see? Yeah, I mean, if it was us, if it was us, I don't think we'd be getting that, but I think that must be how it works though, because their squads are like that, 3-step squads. Well, you know what? That's more beneficial to them. I quite like, if I'm not sure about something, if it helps them better, I feel a bit more comfortable about it. But let me know if for some reason that's wrong. So they're still under the foxholes, but remember they did get hit. So they're under the foxholes. That was just an F result. So 1 step got lost. Fire team, yeah. Foxholes, and then a pin marker on top. There we go. Okay. Good stuff. Right, that's all the combat then. Well, it was a good result, wasn't it, for us? What was the hit we took? No, we took a miss. Yeah. Yeah. And even that wasn't too bad. You know, we got a hit, at least it pins them, and got a fire team. Yeah, it was good. Okay, so no, we've done that. Right, clean up. Well, update ammo. Yeah, I need to do that. Right, let's work that one out. So for them, they've not got anything that needs tracking ammo. No, they're automatic weapons, and they don't track ammo. So nothing for them. For us, our 50 cal machine gun did not fire. It's exposed down here. Our first machine gun, I think both our machine guns did fire. This one's in here. That fired. So that's them down to 3 ammo. Spent 1. And I think second machine gun is in here. It fired as well. So that's down to 3 as well. The bazookas, none of them fired. The mortar section did not fire. We did use a fire mission though. Yes. So that's us down to 3 of that type of fire mission with the 15th FA battalion. Right, so that's all our ammo dealt with. Right, clean up phase, remove pyrotechnic, smoke, illumination exposed, evacuate casualties. Enemies firing at cards without valid target, shift cease fire. None of that's going to happen. It's not a defensive mission. So then we adjust the VOF PDFs. Right, okay, let me get the exposed markers away first. Right, that's all the exposed markers away. And nothing else to take away. No. Right, so adjust VOFs and PDFs. Right. Well, this guy... Ooh, actually, that's bad. Right. I don't know why I chose to do that one first, but however, this guy's still firing up here. However, right, that PDF, I think I can move back to there. Nah. The reason I put it there was not to suggest I was firing on that card, but yeah. Right, okay, that was a phone call, as you probably heard. No idea where I'm at. Pinned recovery, no. Combat effects, done all that. Updated ammo. Yeah, clean up. We've cleaned up. What are we at? 37 minutes. Yeah, make it a wee short part, Grant. Yeah, I've got to adjust my VOS. That's what I was doing. So, yes, right, I'm back on track. This guy was firing here, we're looking at that, small arms, he's still firing. Yeah, I suppose I just had a little thought there, but this is the card that he was firing on. So, the way I'm thinking of it is he's going to continue to fire on that card. It's just that now there's no, Grant. No, he's got to keep continuing to fire on the card that he was firing on, surely. Well, it does say that it wants to fire on the closest card. And this is now kind of legitimate. I feel like, yeah, that feels yucky, that one. Let me see. Yeah, no, it says 6.1.2 continue to fire. Engaged unit will continue to fire at the same card until... And then I think maybe what I could be looking for was a spotted unit from either side enters its PDF in a closer card than the current target. So if a spotted target appeared in here, then it wouldn't fire up there anymore, it would fire here. But I think the fact that it's firing there anyway, I think that's fine. And unfortunately, the fire's going to be upgraded because the PDF is actually coming out of this card. I know I put it down there, but it's because of that. Maybe I could put 2 in here just to kind of show. Now, if an enemy appeared in here, we would take that away and we would fire on that card, but that's not the case. So maybe I'll put 2 PDFs just to show that it's firing from here into here. And remember, this is up on a hill, so that's fine. So it's not small arms anymore because our mortar's getting involved. And we're probably wanting to try and do something about that. because it's a waste of a mortar around that. Right, what about the other guys? Well, the two guys on the card, things are changing there. We are still an assault team undercover, so we're still firing with automatic weapons. He is all pinned, so although he's got a small arms unit within the... Oops. Grant. Come on. That was messy. Although he's got small arms, he's got an all pinned fire at the moment, so it's not going to be small arms. I'm going to flip that over, and we're going to have all pinned fire on our guy, which is a +2 instead of a 0. So that I should have zoomed in a little bit. So +2 rather than a 0 because it's all pinned fire coming across. We still got automatic weapons on him. Good stuff. And then finally, across here, well, the incoming marker stays. Automatic weapons, yeah, I don't think anything's changed that way, is it? No. And then the crossfire. No, yeah, I tell a lie. We've got the 50 cal machine gun. So he is now going to upgrade that automatic weapons because he was exposed before, same as the mortar section. So the upgrade is to heavy weapons now on that. Which we might want to keep going because we only knocked a step off of him. He broke down into a fire team. He can't fire back because of the incoming. He's nothing he can fire. He would fire back with all pinned, which he will do. We've got to remember he will do that. Yeah, that is a concern, isn't it? Because even all pinned at a card that's got a whole platoon on it is you don't want that because you've got to check each individual. Well, I wouldn't mind so much if it was that one maybe, because that one, they're all under that strong building, apart from the... Yeah, they obviously chose not to go under there. Yeah, I didn't say they were going under it, so... And how does it decipher between the two again? That's most steps, isn't it? Yeah, it would open fire on most steps, so... Well, 3, 6, that must be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, actually, that... just as well I counted that. That's 15. We never... Yeah, we're okay just by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's 15 steps on that card, so careful, Grant. Well, the COHQ could still have moved up. No, he moved up anyway, didn't he? In the general initiative, yeah. Okay, I think that's it. We updated all the PDFs, VOFs, well, activity levels. Yeah, it's still the same, isn't it? Because we've still got, oops. Sorry. Right, let's settle down. Right, we've still got a card here with VOFs and a card here with VOFs. So we've got 2, and then we've got friendlies and enemies on that card. So it's still heavily engaged, our activity level. Which is nice to be going forward towards some of the next Bs, actually. The next row are Bs again, and then the final rows are As. Yeah, but we can't. What is this? Is this something? Yeah, we've got an assault team there. That could push on. We need to stop firing here. Yeah, there's loads of things we need to do. I'm not going to go through all that. So let's move the marker on to turn 4. So I want to say that this is going to be the last turn where we've got enemy activity checks under counter-attack. And Andrew did confirm that to me, so it started there. We've just had the first real effect of it, and we've got one more to come, which, to be honest... and remember, that comes before any more contacts appear. We've got pinned. Yeah, in fact, we're not going to look at that. They're going to look at the pinned activity chart, aren't they? So that's not been that bad, that counter-attack. I think we got reasonably lucky in the contacts that we found. But right, I'd love to go and play some more, but I probably should call it a night. And it's getting late, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it though. I really am. I know I'm getting stumped a few times and having to ask questions and stop, and it can break it up a little, but I don't mind though, because I want to get it right, but yeah, it can sometimes drag you a little bit. It's not that yeah, it's when you're in the flow of things and you're doing this, doing that, and then all of a sudden something comes along and you're like, right, I'm not 100% sure. I know a lot of you out there would just sort of probably not stop and just do what you think is the right thing and that. And unfortunately, well, to be honest, have I done that myself a couple of times? Maybe sort of. Like, what was the most recent one here? Yeah, picking that. Thinking, should it be a fire team that's got an A-rated fire team? It's an A-rated fire team. You know, I could probably went away and looked more into that, but I figured that it was more beneficial to them, so maybe just let it go. And it's how I feel like it should be played. I think it's right, but you know, a lot of the times I'm just looking for sort of confirmation. You know, is this right? And then a lot of the questions I ask, they come back, the answer that I think are right, but however, it's not been the first time that's been the other way about. So, okay, I'll get away for now. That's another 46-minute episode, which not too long considering what I've put out before. This is part 6. That'll be me to the end of the night. We moved on to turn 4. How are we feeling? I think pretty good, to be honest. Turn 4, and we've got some stuff up. In fact, yeah, I've not quite cleared that row. There's 2B contacts there as well, Grant. Yeah, I forgot about that. But I reckon it's possible we could get something pushed on in the next row. 1, 2, 3, row 4, maybe. If not, I think we could just take our time and go for these two enemy packages we've got. Don't look like they're proving too difficult, you know. I think we could keep them down, maybe even launch another fire mission on there, maybe. I did say I've got the 50 cal coming in as well, but it's just they're going to get the fire out. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to sit and dissect things again. Yeah, I kind of get away. I'll get up tomorrow morning and I'll just be itching to go again. It's great. It's really good. I knew it was. Well, I always liked the game when I played it in the past, and was itching to get another game of it. And yeah, okay, I'll get away for now. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully. Cheers.